That's a little quiet. I was expecting a bigger applause. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We're at a tennis tournament. I think we should all behave like tennis players. We're a young, amazing institute, and to come in here and just be asked to give you guys a few of my thoughts, come and support you guys. It's honestly an honor. So thanks so much for having me. It's really an honor to. When I was your age, I never thought that I would actually be out here speaking to other kids. And that's the honest truth. So the fact that I am here, I count myself very blessed, and the fact that I have good friends out here bringing me to such events. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. So, I've played a lot of sport in my life. And one of the things that I feel like I've learned is, at the end of the day, unless you're Roger Federer, you end up losing a lot more than you win. And that's not always a bad thing, because they always say, and I know this from experience myself, is that you learn a lot more from your losses than you do from your wins. And do you guys agree with me?
Yes.
All of you guys have played, you guys agree. So you know what you feel. After you lose, you always feel a little, I could have done something. After you win, you always feel you've done everything great. Now, unfortunately, that's not the case in either one. Because when you lose, you also have done things great. And when you win, doesn't mean you've done everything right. So the point that I'd like to mention over here is something that Rico mentioned. It's all about learning. It's all about improving. It's all about getting better every single day. And that's what sport should be teaching us. It's about every time you step on a court, the question should be asked, how can I get better? Am I giving it 100% to get better? And if the answer to that is no, no problem, get better from it. Right? So, and if the answer from that is yes, that's great. Continue doing the exact same thing. So that's what sports should be out here. That's what sports should be teaching all of you kids. And I hope you guys understood that. I saw there was an amazing thing at this tournament, which I haven't seen in India for so long, is that they had over 200 matches for kids in 1 week. That's an absolutely incredible effort. I'd love to thank the coming directors, because me as a tennis fan loves to see kids going out and playing matches. And so the fact that you guys have a backdrop just adds so much value. Why? Because you learn so much more from your losses. So the second you lose, you have another opportunity to go out and work on the stuff that you couldn't execute while you played. So that's an amazing thing. I hope you guys see the value in such a thing. Now I remember, I remember being your age, and I remember not loving speeches, so I'll keep this short, okay? but I also remember always craving for the opportunity to be at such an event, to come in here. I mean, I walked in here, and I honestly have felt like I walked into an absolutely international standard tennis event, which you guys should consider yourselves very lucky, because when I was 14 and I was playing, it seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't. We did not have such facilities, we did not have such infrastructure, and we did not have such support from tournament organizers and schools. The fact that you guys can all come out here and stay over here, mingle together, spend a few evenings together, have dinner, learn, become friends, become just a lot closer to each other. I think that's what tennis should be all about. That's what sports should be all about. It's all about getting closer together, becoming friends, knowing and getting to learn from each other. Because I remember some of the most memorable experiences I've had of playing tennis is taking the train journey from Chennai to Delhi with 15 of my friends. And actually, these people who have been lifelong friends for me, and I hope that you guys all are making lifelong friends right here at this tournament right now, because that's what tennis and sports should be all about. Anyway guys, I think, as I mentioned earlier, sport at the end of the day is all about growing. Sport at the end of the day is all about learning. So I hope that you guys look at it the same way. I know that there's a lot of winners' trophies over here, but I hope there's a lot of people out here who've learned a lot as well. I'm just really happy to see you guys out here. Honestly, I'm still getting used to PADMASHRI over there. I don't know how to react. It's very different for me. It's nice because it's an acknowledgement to all the work I've done. but more importantly, I think it's motivation and responsibility to continue doing a lot better work in the future. So thanks so much for having me again. I look forward to being back. I look forward to actually interacting with you guys on the court, because that's what we should be doing. And I'm sure we'll do that sometime in the future. So thanks so much again for having me, guys. Congrats to the winners, congrats to everyone else, and a small note to, I guess, to all the parents out there. As Rico mentioned, I think it's very, very important, and I guess it's just a true story from my life as well. My dad was a sports person, and my mom just supported me out there. And then when I turned about 13, 14 is when they just turned from being a tennis parent, to being a supporter. And I think that's one of the biggest compliments that my coaches have ever had for me, is how great my parents were in supporting me. So, and the cool thing about that for me as a kid is, at that point, it was the first time in my life where I felt like I could just go out and play, and I wasn't out there disappointing anybody, whether I was winning or whether I was losing, or whether I was, anything else. I never felt that kind of pressure from my parents, and whenever I came home, there was always a smile, there was always food on the table, we were always talking about different things, or new friends that I'd made, or things like that. And I felt that because of that support system that I had, I always knew that regardless of success, or regardless of what we deem as failure, I would always come home and I would always come home to a fantastic surrounding where everything I did was accepted, as long as I put my best in and I was good to everybody around me. So I wish all the kids can also kind of feel that. I hope all the parents also understand the importance of that. And at the end of the day, all of us are here not just only to win trophies, but also to make memories, to make lives, to make friendships. And I think that's a lot more important part of life. So I hope all you guys have done that. I'm sure many of you have made some lifelong friends, have had some lifelong experiences, and I hope this is a beautiful game. It's given me everything I have, so I hope that it does the same for you, and all the best, guys. Thanks.